Mic check, mic check. Mic check. Check one. Hello, hello. And here we are at the first edition of the Park 100, presented to you by SPORTSWAVE. I have the captain of the Park Super Kings, Vijay, and I have the captain of the Park Mustangs, Amit, with me. Amit bhai has the coin, and he's going to flip the coin. We have our umpires with us. Vijay, are you ready to call? We're ready for you to flip the coin.
Heads.
Heads is the call, and heads it is. Vijay Singh has won the toss with the Park Super Kings, and
We will ball first.
Vijay Singh has decided to bowl first. It was shocking. We expected you to bat. How come a change in the decision?
It's a new format and we have a new team, so we wanted to understand how the game proceeds. So that's why we chosen to ball first.
All the best, Vijay. And Amit bhai, are you happy with the decision?
Yes, I'm very happy. In fact, if I won, I would have taken batting only. So it's perfect. So toss was just, for sure.
So the toss was a mere formality. Both the captains are happy with what they've got, and we're done from the middle. The Park Super Kings have won the toss, and they have decided to field first. Good evening and welcome to the first match of the inaugural season of the Park 100 presented by SPORTSWAVE. If you've missed out, the Park Super Kings have won the toss and have chosen to take to the field first, and the Park Mustangs have been put into bat. Both captains were happy with their decisions, with Amit Shah, the captain of the Park Mustangs, more than happy to go in and bat. Even though he lost the toss, he was more than happy with the decision going in his favor. The Super Kings have already taken to the field. Avneet Goyal has the ball in hand. He will be bowling the first over. Captain Vijay Singh is behind the stumps. His field is set, and now we're just waiting for the batsman to enter the field. We have Sid Acharya and Amit Shah opening the batting for the Park Mustangs, and they are the first batsmen to take the field in the inaugural season of the Park 100. We'd like to thank all our sponsors before the match gets underway. Our jersey partner, Killer Jeans. Our man of the match sponsor, Durafit. Our foreign sixes partner, KFT Travel. Our wicket sponsor, Square Feet Realty Consultants. Our power play sponsors, Durafit. Our protein partner, Plantico. Our orange and purple cap sponsors, Sun Estates Goa. The fastest 30 sponsor, Bombay Cartel. Have taken to the field Amit Shah and Sid Acharya, with Sid Acharya set to be taking strike and facing the first ball of the Park 100. And there we go. We're almost ready to kickstart. The umpires are waiting. They're signaling to the scorers. They're waiting for the good to go. And the signal has come, and Avneet Goyal is coming in to bowl the first ever ball of the Park 100, presented by SPORTSWAVE. A loose ball, a full toss, and a wide. Sid Acharya swings, but to no avail. And the first runs of the Park 100, presented by SPORTSWAVE, go in extras. He comes in once again. Played on the front foot, and Sid dashes across. And those are the first runs off the bat in the name of Sid Acharya for the Park Mustangs. First ball on strike. And he's missed the ball. Avneet recovers. 2 runs of the first 2 balls. A steady start for both the teams. A lot of sledging from the Park Super Kings. They're egging Avneet on. That's played well, but straight to Chota Raju. They're at point. Hardik Doshi looking ready to attack the ball whenever given the opportunity. Full toss. It's beaten the fielder, but it's stopped by Yash Thadeshwar from mid-off, and that's another single for the Mustangs. Beautiful delivery there by Avneet to close out the over. It was on the pads, but just missing leg stump is going down. And with that, we come to the end of the first over. The Park Mustangs find themselves at 3 runs for the loss of no wickets. Ankit Shah will be bowling the second over for the Park Super Kings. Sid Acharya is on strike. Just the 1 run so far for him. And that's a swing! He's got an edge, and that's the first wicket. Sid Acharya swings an audacious big swing, but he's just got a thick edge and has gone straight to short third man, who's taken a good catch. It looks like it was Chota Raju, Hardik Doshi, and the first wicket falls for the Park Mustangs. Apologies, the catch was taken by Kunal Mehta and not Chota Raju. But Sid Acharya has to depart, and in comes Dhruv Mehta. Dhruv starts off with aplomb. A misfield here in the deep by Krishav Kimawat. And we have the first KFT travel boundary off the bat of Dhruv Mehta for the Park Mustangs.
Overrated Krishan. Overrated Krishan.
In the first Durafit power play of the tournament, we have finally got our first KFT travel boundary. And Dhruv Mehta is off to a flyer. Krishav Khimawat has come right in front of the commentator's box now. Dhruv is on the attack once again, but should go to mid-on, and it's stopped, but they steal a single in the process. Well played by Amit Shah, but Krishav is there to stop it. And oh, this time he manages to get a hand on it. Restricts it to just a single. Well done, Krishav. We're all proud of you. It turns out we have Ankit Shah bowling to his brother-in-law Dhruv Mehta. The Park 100, like its predecessor, LPPL, is full of familial affairs. And once again, we have another family connection in the middle. Dhruv has already smashed his brother-in-law for a KFT Travels boundary. Can Ankit come back with a square feet realty consultant's wicket? Bowled it on the fifth stump there. And Dhruv went to slash it, but he missed out. And with that dot ball, we end the second over. The Park Mustangs finished the over with 9 runs on the board at the loss of 1 wicket. Back for his second over. Not on the trot, because in the 100-ball format, he could have bowled 10 on the trot. Avneet to Amit. By Amit, but the fielder at point did well to stop it. Chota Raju with the quick feet and hands there. With another wide there. Amit Shah's gotten off to a very, very slow start at the moment. He's playing a test match by the looks of it. They were expecting to have some blistering shots from him as a captain, but he's not clicked the way they would have expected so far. Played that once again, but Hardik does brilliantly to stop that point, but they steal a single. There was good cover there by Manish. Avneet couldn't stop the ball, but they've stolen 2 runs in the process. Very good running by both batsmen in the middle. Amit is middling the ball well, but not well enough to reach the boundaries, just taking singles and doubles at the moment. It's not going to be enough for the Mustangs. They would have been ideally looking to make the most of the power play, but at this moment they're struggling to get quick runs on the board. And that's huge. We have our first KFT Travels maximum. Once again off the bat of Dhruv Mehta. He's whacked Avneet Goel right into the stands. And with that, we finish the third over. And the Park Mustangs find themselves at 19 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Ankit Shah coming back to bowl his second over. He had a fairly economical first one. Only 5 runs and a wicket coming. Can he inflict more damage? Dhruv was really on the attack. He whacked it straight to the fielder. I believe that was Aditya Purana there. He's dropped the catch, but he saved some runs for the team. Back on strike. He's going to be hoping to recreate some of the magic that's coming off Dhruv's bat at the moment. He needs to get in the runs sooner rather than later. And that's well played. Amit came down once again towards mid-on and they've taken a single. Sliced by Dhruv Mehta. It went over the fielder's head. The fielder, Hardik Doshi, made an effort there to catch the ball. But that's another KFT Travels boundary off the bat of Dhruv Mehta. He has gone on the offensive at the moment and he is covering up for Amit Shah's slow batting. Played straight by Dhruv, but straight to Khrushchev. Just a single there for the Mustangs. Good rotation of strike. He's attempted to play a cover drive, but he's found the man at mid-off, my apologies. They've taken a single nonetheless. And with that, we finish the fourth over. And the Park Mustangs find themselves at 27 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. They're batting at 6 runs and over right now, slightly above 6 runs and over. This is not the start they would have been looking for. And I think we're seeing a change in the bowling finally. Khrushchev Khemawat, the marquee player of this team, is coming into bowl. That was a trick by Captain Vijay. Once again, Krishav is not being given the ball. The latest entrant into the park cricketing circles, Yash Thadeshwar, is coming into bowl. Thadeshwar, the vice captain of the NSCI A team, unknown to a lot in the cricketing circles in Lodha Park. But for the rest of Bombay, he's one of the most feared spinners. His left arm off spin, I believe it is. It's confused Amit Shah. The fielders misfielded it and they're coming back for a second. That's good running in the middle by both batsmen. They're showing strong intent. And they're ensuring the scoreboard keeps ticking. Amit plays a jharu shot straight to the fielder. Vijay Singh has missed the ball, so has the fielder. But in the deep, they've covered it up. They've restricted it just to a single. Very poor fielding by the Super Kings. Krishna Kimawat throwing his hands up in frustration. With that off spin, not giving Dhruv any space to play a big shot. And he slashes it once again, 2 point for a single. Two balls left in the over. Another defensive shot by Amit, but they've scampered across for a single. Yash will be looking to open his account in the Park 100. He wants a wicket. And now would be the perfect time to strike at the end of the Durafit power play. Getting the big wicket of Dhruv Mehta will surely help the Super Kings run their way through the Mustangs. Final ball of the power play. Dhruv tries to play aggressively, but he finds the fielder. And we finish the Durafit power play with a dot ball. At the end of 5 overs, the Park Mustangs find themselves at 32 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Ankit Shah coming to bowl his 3rd over. Or are we seeing a change in the bowling? There's a certain amount of confusion there. Tarun Shah has just entered the field of play. Avneet Goyal will be stepping out by the looks of it. And as we predicted, Tarun Shah steps onto the field as an impact player and he's given the ball straight away. A Chinaman bowler. At 69 years of age, he is the oldest player in the tournament. With the power play having now, the Durofit power play now ending, we have 5 players outside the 30-yard circle. Tarun Shah is going to be beginning his spell facing Dhruv Mehta. And he starts off with the wide. And beautiful running by Amit. He steals a single out of nothing. Not the start Tarun would have wanted, but here we are nonetheless. A loose ball there, but Amit can just slap it away for a single. I have the two sons of Amit with me. They're both urging their father to play a little more attacking. And Dhruv Mehta plays a big shot. It's in the air. And it's taken there in the deep. It looks like that's Krishav Kimawat. A beautiful catch there by him. And that's the second Square Feet Realty Consultants wicket. The big wicket of Dhruv Mehta has fallen. Dhairya Furia comes in to bat. A very, very attacking batsman. One of Vijay Singh's favourite players to have. He's now facing him in the opposition. Can Dhairya take Vijay's team to the cleaners today? Let's find out. I'm sitting here with Shivam Kadam, who's now said he might have to revise his score prediction. He had the Park Mustangs making between 120 and 140. Shivam, what do you have to say about it now? Okay, Shivam is a little mic shy, but he just muttered 120, thoda zyada ho gaya. Ryan, what do you think of the batting performance so far?
They're doing good, but they need to do better now. The run rate is pretty decent, but let's see what happens now.
Some motivational words from the young Mustang, Ryan Shah. Dhairya Furia starts off with a good shot, but Tarun gets a hand to it. That's the second dot ball on the trot, not what you want in a 100-ball match. Beautiful bowling by Tarun Shah so far. Dhairya Furia has not been given room to play a shot. Not much the batsman can do there. Dhairya tries to get creative there, but it hits him on the pad. No appeal from the Super Kings. And with that, we finish the 6th over, I believe, with the Mustangs starting and stuttering in their batting innings so far. They find themselves at 35 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Rajiv Kumar enters the attack. Another new player in the park cricketing circles. Very similar to Rajiv Gokani in terms of action, but Amit Shah manages to connect, and they start off with a single. The third dot on the trot for Dharya. It's not clicking for him against Vijay. When he plays with Vijay, on the other hand, he's a force to be reckoned with. And now that's not in 4. Dharya is not happy. The Mustangs aren't happy either. Captain Amit is coming up to have a word with him. Maybe they're planning to play this like a test match. Seems like that at the moment. Let's pray it doesn't end up like that. Finally, some runs on the board for the Mustangs, even though it comes through extras. A wide from Rajiv. Dharya gets back to ball. That's a misfield there. It hasn't touched the boundary, but they steal 2 nonetheless. They might get the third because Rajiv has forgotten he needs to collect the ball at the bowler's end. But the fielders in the deep do a fine job of just restricting it to 2. Played on the back foot, dabbed it away to deep square leg, and that's single. And with that, we finished the 7th over. The Mustangs find themselves at 40 for the loss of 2 wickets. Tarun Shah coming back into the attack. Finally, some aggression there from Amit, but he's been given not out. Vijay Singh is not happy with that decision. No arguments nonetheless. Vijay might actually be happy with that. Amit is not really scoring any runs, so Vijay is happy to have him on the crease. Amit goes down the pitch once again. This time Vijay just collects the ball, doesn't even attempt the stumping. He really wants to keep him at the crease. Connects, but the fielder gets there in time, and that's just 1 run for the Mustangs. On strike. A lot of flight on that delivery. And they've just taken another single. He's cut it to the sweepers on the offside. They get a single. Sorry, not sweepers, but deep mid wicket. Rajiv comes for his second over. That's edged by Amit. Short third stops it and it's just a single. We see some intent from the Mustangs. The Harrier comes down the pitch and he plays it beautifully off his legs. Sails over mid-off's head, mid-on, long-on's head for a carefully travel maximum. Same intent once again, but he only gets an edge this time. And Hardik Doshi, aka Chota Raju, at deep point, gets the big wicket of Dhairya Furia. Young Gunant Jain is the next batsman. Gunant Jain is the next batsman to go in. He too is a slow player. We hope to see some swashbuckling shots from him today. Otherwise, the Mustangs are going to be sinking their own ship. Spinners have done really well so far for the Super Kings. Gunant just taking in the field. And Gunu starts off with mistiming the ball, and that's a dot. One ball left in the ninth. Can Rajiv pick up his second KFT Travels wicket? And there we have it. We called it. Gunnar looked to go and attack the bowler straight away. But Rajiv Kumar, now Astana Estates purple cap holder, has gotten his second wicket. 2 wickets in an over. And at the end of 9 overs, the Mustangs find themselves at 50 for the loss of 4 wickets. Kavan Sejpal, the all-rounder, is the next man in. He will be hoping to stop the damage now. Tarun Shah coming to bowl his third over now. He's in the wickets as well. Kavan tries to slash him, but he misses. Played off the front foot there, Kavan. He gets off the mark, unlike Gunu, who has already departed. Stayed strong on the crease, and he continues staying strong. They've stolen a single of an overthrow. The fielding has been the weakest point for the Super Kings so far. Vijay is not going to be happy with his troops. And even though we have criticized Amit a lot for his slow innings, we must credit him for showing resilience against this powerful bowling performance. Steps out. A beautiful shot there, dropped by the fielder. But they only get a single. A very good effort by the fielder there at sweepers. He stopped a short boundary and restricted them to just a single. At the end of 50 balls, or 10 overs, the Park Mustangs find themselves at 54 for the loss of 4 wickets. Batting very slow at 5 runs and over. Not what they were looking for. But with wickets collapsing, Amit Shah stood resilient at the crease, batting at 18 runs of 22 balls. Hadeshwar comes back into the attack. He wants to get a couple of wickets. He is a very impactful bowler. Uncle with those innovative shots, to say the least. But once again, very defensive minded, not helping the team. With a beautiful spell so far. And finally, Amit gets off strike. by Yash Thadeshwar, only 1 run off it. Mayank comes into the attack. A beautiful shot there by Kavan. He's found the gap, but the slow outfield has not helped him. It's well fielded there by Krishiv, and he restricts them to just a single. And there we have a wide by Mayank Jain. Beautiful call there by Bhom. The predictions are going crazy out here. A full toss there. Slapped away. And there Amit Shah gets his first KFT travels boundary. After 25 balls at the crease, he gets his first boundary of the innings and the tournament. Another full toss, but the Jhadu hasn't come to good use this time. Just a single there for Amit. He's looking for more power. He needs to convert these full tosses into maximums or boundaries at the very least. Shot there by Kavan, but unfortunately just a single. Thadeshwar back into the attack. Continues with a dot ball. There. I have Krishiv Kamawat standing in front of me. He's just roaming around at the moment, not expecting the ball to come here. Since Krishiv is here with us, we're going to have a slight interview with him. Oh, he's run away. This is very unsportsmanlike from Krishiv. That's dabbed away for a single, 2 sweepers. Krishiv, how happy are you with the bowling performance so far?
Bro, I'm very happy with the team. Good feeling, good bowling. No more extras, boys.
Thank you, Krishiv, for that. Get your head back into the game. Wonderful slap shot there by Kavan. But some super footballing skills there in the deep. Who's that fielder? By Ankit Jain. Ankit, we would like you to play the Lora Park Football League as well, looking at those skills with your feet. Cut away well. The fielder gets a hand to it, but he can't stop the single. This has been a somewhat expensive over given how good Yash has been. Just a couple of runs in it, but nonetheless, beautiful bowling by Yash Thadeshwar. Overs, the Mustangs find themselves at 67 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. The current Sun Estates purple cap holder Rajiv back into the attack. But first ball, he's played down the ground beautifully by Kavan. Krishiv gets a hand to it. And just a single. And a miss there for Amit. And finally a beautiful shot off the bat of Amit. His second KFT Travels boundary of the game. Wonderful effort by Yash Thadeshwar in the deep, but he can't get there quick enough. At the end of 14 overs, the Mustangs found themselves at 73 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. So after a long stint at the crease, the captain Amit Shah has to depart. A slow but necessary knock. 32 runs and 37 balls. Not ideal for a 100-ball format. Amit Shah has to depart. He is dejected, but he's done what was needed for his team. Amit Shah is our current Sun Estates Goa orange cap holder after a blistering 32 runs and 37 balls. Tarun Shah is now tied with Rajiv Kumar for the Sun Estates purple cap. Another beautifully delivered ball by Tarun Bhai. Unfortunately, no wicket came off that. Feel there from the team, but the umpire doesn't seem interested in the least. There's buys for the team. Any runs are good right now for the Mustangs. They're struggling to reach 100. I'm here standing by the team. They're just smiling, looking at me. Smiles of dejection. And that's a wide there by the bowler Anand Patel, fresh in the attack. Kavan playing some beautiful cricketing shots there, but there's no intent in the running. Captain Amit from the pavilion is shouting instructions to his team. And Manish Agarwal went to play a big hit. Instead, the wickets have been blown away by Anand Patel, and he has to depart, having scored just one run. Defensive start up front by Vanch, the new man on the crease. Now he's going to have to play some big shots to help his team accelerate. It's go big or go home time now for the Park Mustangs. They're struggling to reach 100 at the moment. Not where they would have found themselves at the start of the game. Uneven bounce there, but they get a single. Vanch, the new batsman on strike. He needs to get going. If not, he needs to make way for the three remaining batsmen. And that's a big wide there. Young Krish Merchant, the 14-year-old phenom of the tournament, has come into bowl. He's getting sledged from the outside by Ryan and Russell Shah, the other 90, the other kids of the tournament, are babies of the tournament. All three of them are in action today. A good enough ball, but Vanch hasn't middled it. But somehow it still reaches the boundary. And we finally have another KFT Travels boundary, courtesy the bat of Vanch Shah. misfield at backward point this time. The Park Super Kings are having a torrid affair in the field. Owner Chetan Merchant will not be happy looking at this. As good as the bowling performance has been, the fielding has been pretty terrible so far. Beautifully played by Kavan. It's in the gap between deep square and long on. The outfield is really slow. Have they stopped a boundary or not? There's some visible confusion, but the fielders claim to have stopped it. The umpire has agreed with their decision, and they've just run two. Well played by Kavan, but that's dropped by Krishiv. A misfield earlier in the game, and now a dropped catch, which was in his hands. He's having a torrid time. Captain Vijay Singh hasn't even handed him the ball. Krishiv is going to have to do a lot to cover up with the bat today for this shocking performance by him. Hardik Pandya has entered the beta Hardik Pandya of Lodha Park, since we have the original two. Dhruvin Varya, a celebrity appearance. Dhruvin, what do you think of the score so far?
What's the score?
They're batting at 100 or below 100 of strike rate as a team.
I think there are a lot of batsmen in the opposite team like Park Super Kings, Vijay Singh, Kunal Mehta. So I don't think so. It will be tough for them to chase it down. But other side, Park Mustangs have a good bowling lineup like Gunant, Vansh,
Dhruv.
and
Dhruv is only that 8:15, 8:30 p.m. After that, he's unavailable.
then it's a little bit tough for Park Mustangs too now.
It's good to see some positivity coming over here in the Park Mustangs dugout, since I'm seated with them at this moment. I don't see a lot of joy on their face, so let's hope Dhruvin's words have encouraged them. Anand Patel has been handed a second over. Purvesh Kansara, on the other hand, hasn't been handed the ball. He's going to be fuming as well. Puru, don't worry, we are with you. Beautiful delivery there by Anand. Vansh is just swinging, but he seems to have zero connection with the ball at the moment. This is not what the Park Mustangs had in mind when they bought him in the player auction. Another beautiful delivery by Anand Patel, not giving Vansh any room to play big shots. And with the last ball of the 18th to come, the Park Mustangs find themselves at 88 runs for the loss of 6 wickets, batting at a strike rate of less than 100 as a team. The third swing and a miss. This was indeed very reminiscent of Chirayu Shah's performance against the Park Spartans in the recently concluded LPPL Season 2. He was 0 and 4 balls, just swinging and missing. And now it's Vansh Shah of 0 and 3. Yash Thadeshwar has the ball for the 19th. Very surprising to see a spinner have the ball this late in the innings, but Vijay Singh has faith in his player. Vanch has run for it, but Kavan was not interested, and rightly so. From no angle was that a run, but young Vanch wants to get back on strike and give away a few more dot balls to the Super Kings by the looks of it. And with that, Kavan Sejpal has to depart. He tried playing, he tried hitting, but unfortunate that he couldn't connect with that. A beautiful catch then in the deep by Krishna Soni. He's making up for all those earlier misfields. Kotesha steps into the field and immediately gets off strike, takes a single. It's good to see a batsman from the Mustangs getting off strike immediately, getting some runs on the board for his team. A good effort there. And he's run out. Dipesh went for the second run. Vanch was not interested. And Dipesh has run himself out after facing just one ball. The big bomb has entered the field. He's looking ready with his cap on in a akada tikada kind of way. Strolling across the pitch. His pads out to akada tikada. He's raising his bat up in celebration towards the Super Kings dugout already, without having faced the ball. Can't wait to see what he does. We have the last ball of the 19th coming up. Bomik's first ball on strike. Can Yash inflict more damage? Which is much celebrated by the Mustangs right now. Every run is critical to their team's total. And Bob with a late cut. Vanch is getting off. Vanch made a dart to the striker's end and he made it just in time. A beautiful throw there by Chota Raju. And the final over of the innings seems to be going back to Anand Patel, who Vanch simply couldn't face in the 18th over. A good start to the over for the Mustangs. They finally get bat on ball. 1 run is better than none. Vanch was calling for 2, but there was no 2 there. Immediately with that intent, he has slapped that ball away. Why was he languishing at number 10 in this batting order? The first batsman to come out swinging from ball number 1. Big bomb, Bob bomb with the KFT Travels maximum. Going in to give Bob a helmet, spend more time in the middle than he did while actually batting right now. Hopefully his over lasts longer and he's not dispatched for every ball and then substituted by the captain. Bob with a very typical Bob shot, tries clipping it behind. He gets a single. And the Park Mustangs finally reach 100. Thankfully, it's not taking them 100 balls, but we're practically there at this point. With 2 balls to go, how much can they score?
2 sixes.
2 sixes. That's a very good joke there by Ryan Shah. He wants to keep the live stream humorous. Dhruvin, you've just arrived. How much do you think they'll get in 2 balls?
Maximum 4 or 5 runs.
I think that too is being very optimistic. My prediction is 3 runs in the last 2 balls. So that's 1 run of the penultimate delivery. And now let's see, the last ball with Bombik on strike, the equation changes. His team is motivating him to hit 6s, something none of them else could do. Prediction is for a slower ball as a change up. But he bowls a beautiful delivery. And they're going for the second, and he will make it in time. Oh no! He's out! Bhomik made a dive for the edges. He put his best foot forward. A very good shot, very good intent from him. And he has catapulted his team from the depths of misery to still not a very positive 101 or 102 runs at the end of their 100 deliveries. Correction from the scorer's table. The Park Mustangs have just mustered up 100 runs on the board, leaving the Super Kings with 101 to win in their allotted 100 balls. We'd like to thank all our sponsors for making the Park 100 presented by SPORTSWAVE possible. First of all, we'd like to thank our jersey partners, Killer Jeans, our man of the match sponsors, Durafit, our 4s and 6s partner, KFT Travel, our wicket partner, Square Feet Reality Consultants, our protein partner, Plantigo, our orange and purple cap sponsors, Sun Estates Goa, our power play sponsor, Durafit, the fastest 30 sponsor, Bombay Cartel, and the gift hamper for every match, which is presented by Happiness is Homemade by Kanchan Shah. look like we're ready to kickstart the second innings of this exciting match between the Park Super Kings and the Park Mustangs. Just to give you a quick recap, the Park Super Kings won the toss and they chose to field first. They restricted the Park Mustangs to just 100 runs in 100 balls, with the highest scorer being Amit Shah, who holds the Sun Estates orange cap at the moment with 32 runs to his name. The Sun Estates purple cap, meanwhile, is shared by Rajiv Kumar and Tarun Shah of the Park Super Kings as we go into the second innings. Kavan Sejpal to Kunal Mehta. Here we go. Start off with Kunal middling it, but straight to the fielder, to Captain Amit, fielding at covers. And there we are with the first runs of the tournament for the Park Super Kings. As it came for the Mustangs, it comes through a wide. Communication there, but Kunal scurries back in time. A little confusion there between the two batsmen. He's Vijay's opening partner in all Lodha matches. Let's see how good their connection remains today. And that's a wide. It beats the keeper too. It races away for a KFT Travels boundary. 5 runs off that non-existent delivery. Kavan is going to have to re-bowl it. And it's all going downhill for the Park Mustangs. They're playing without an official keeper. One of their better fielders, Gunnan Jain, also one of the finest leg spinners in the league, is standing behind the stumps. There's not much he could do then. Let's see what he can do for the rest of the innings. Well played by Kunal off the front foot, but he finds the fielder. He's happy to take that dot ball. He's got 5 runs of this delivery, considering it was a wide which went for a 4. He's in no hurry. It's a small target for them to chase down. They know they have to do it smartly. Let's see how they go about it. Appeals for a wide, but the umpire signals it is hit the batsman's leg. It is just skimmed off it. No wides given. And the keeper managed to get a hand on it to stop another boundary. Other one on the legs. The umpire's not interested. He walks away. So far, every run has come off wides. The Super Kings don't care how they come as long as they keep on coming. And at the end of the first over, the Park Super Kings are at 6 runs for the loss of 0 wickets. Well on track to chase down the 100. Dhruv Mehta welcomed with a swashbuckling cover drive off the bat of Kunal Mehta, a KFT boundary, the first off the bat in this innings. Dhruv has recovered well to see out the rest of the over. Not giving Kunal Mehta any space to play. He's waiting for his moments and he's using the lucid deliveries to get some runs on the board. He's in no hurry. He's playing a smart innings, getting himself in, understanding the pitch, assessing the conditions. And he goes to cut it there, but he misses. And we have another wide courtesy Kavan. The Super Kings are getting all their runs through extras. They won't be complaining. They just want to reach the 100 runs and pack their bags and go home. And a beautiful shot there of the bat of Vijay Singh. Didn't even bother running for the single. He strolled across the pitch, slapped that ball away, and we have the second KFT Travels boundary of the innings that came off the bat. Sanjay Arya presents KFT Travel Holidays, sponsoring our 4s and 6s. Thank you, Don Sanjay. We appreciate all your support. This Durafit boundary is turning out to be more painful for the Mustangs. They had a horrible Durafit power play while they batted, and now it seems to be horrible while they bowl too. We have a Vijay Singh special, a Sanjay Arya KFT Travels maximum. He smashed Kavan Sejpal, the fielder there in the deep, made a valiant effort of jumping, but what for, I will never understand. The moment the bat connected with the ball, we knew it was traveling miles away for a 6, but Vansh did it for the cameras. It looks like Vijay Singh heard me. And he's thrown his wicket away in the process. What a comeback from Kamal Tejpal. A beautiful catch by Dhruv Mehta. An insane catch running backwards with the light in his eyes. Dhruv Mehta has taken one of the catches of the tournament. And Vijay Singh has to depart after hitting that beautiful six in the previous delivery. And suddenly the Durafit power play is picking up for the Park Mustangs. Mustangs are having a good power play according to Sidacharya. They're getting pelted for runs, but the wickets are coming. A huge wicket though, Vijay Singh. He is a mammoth on the field and off it. He's actually big. Rajiv Kumar, the new batsman on the crease. Beaten by Kaman Tejpal. That's the second wicket in very quick succession. And suddenly the Park Super Kings are in a world of trouble they've caused for themselves. Kaman Tejpal on a hat-trick. What a comeback by the bowler. Aditya Purana is the new man on the crease. This is very reminiscent of LPPL times. We have three Spartans involved at the moment. We have Kunal Mehta on strike, Aditya Purana on the non-strikers end, and Kaman Tejpal bowling. All three part of the victorious Spartans of season 1 of the Lodha Park Premier League. We're building up to the hat-trick delivery. Kavan setting his field accordingly. He will be the first bowler to get a hat-trick in the Park 100, in the history of the Park 100, might I add. And that's well left by Aditya Purana. He didn't want to be the third wicket to fall. The last over of the Durafit power play has been very, very good for the Park Mustangs. 2 square feet realty consultant wickets. 1 KFT travel holiday 6. A very entertaining. Mehta with an unorthodox action, a huge appeal from the Mustangs, but the umpire doesn't want to hear any of it. They really are feasting on the Super Kings at the moment. The batsmen have no answer for both bowlers now. For first Kavan Sejpal and now Dhruv Mehta. What we thought was a game that was done and dusted has now sprung back into life. Straight on the pads. Another big appeal, but going down leg. The Park Mustangs want to capture this opportunity, take as many wickets as possible. The batsmen are on tenterhooks with every passing delivery. Good fielding there by Dipesh Kotecha. As per Lodha Park Cricket League rules, 3 dots, he should be out. But thankfully for him, he's still in the middle. The Super Kings can't afford to lose any wickets right now. Catch it shouts, but nowhere near. Aditya Purana gets off strike. He feels relieved to get off strike. Kavan cleans up in the deep. And there a beautiful slap by Kunal Mehta. That's one more KFT Travel and Holidays boundary. Kunal Mehta took his time to settle in, and now he's making the most of bad deliveries. At the end of 4 overs, the Park Super Kings found themselves at 26 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Comes into the attack. The captain has decided to stick with pace. This is different in comparison to what we saw from the Park Super Kings, who switched to spin after the first 4 were bowled. Let's see if this can pay any dividends. Starts off with the wide. Gunu behind the stumps manages to get a hand on it. Thankfully, not another boundary of extras. This is the last over of the Durafit power play. The Super Kings are currently behind where the Mustangs were. Beautiful bowling and a big appeal from behind the stumps. The keepers come charging up, but the umpire couldn't care less. Just another dot ball. But the Mustangs are doing really, really well with the ball at the moment. beautiful delivery. And to Gunat's credit, he's kept very, very well so far. For someone who's never donned a pair of gloves before behind the stumps, he's doing an incredible job to keep his team in the game. A fourth dot ball on the trot. An incredible over so far from Vansh. This is the last delivery of the Durafit power play. And the Mustangs will be delighted with this start to the second innings. It looked like Dhruv Bhai was aiming for the batsman and not the stumps. I say that in jest. Please know he did not mean that. But wonderful bowling from Vansh. And my apologies, this was the penultimate delivery of the Durafit power play. We now have the final delivery coming up. A beautiful, beautiful over from Vansh to wrap up the Durafit power play. Just 2 runs off it. And with that, the Park Super Kings finished the first 5 overs at 28 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. 2 wickets, my apologies, 2 wickets. It looks like Amit Shah is going to be the one doing everything for the Mustangs today. I'm waiting for him to take the ball in his hands. He opened the batting. He was fielding at covers. Now he's wearing the jersey of the coach. He's coaching the team from the field. And he's now going behind the stumps to coach his bowlers. I wait for him to take the ball in his hands. Russell Shah enters the field of play with a broken toenail. He's hobbling across. Russell slots in at fine leg, short fine leg. His debut in the Lodha cricketing circles. A huge round of applause for him over here at the ground. Let's hope there's the same excitement at home now. And we have another debut in the Lodha cricketing circles. Young Ryan Shah, the twin brother of Russell, too has entered the field of play. He was not in the batting 11. I doubt he's in the bowling 11 either. But he will be fielding for sure. back into the attack. Starts off with a beautifully executed Yorker. The batsman Kunal Mehta has done a good job of blocking him out. Dhruv is in a bit of a hurry. He has another tournament to go play at right now. He wants to finish his quota of 4 overs and skedaddle. Bowling immaculate line and length at the moment, giving the batsman no room to play any shots. He is single-handedly, not single-handedly, he alongside Kavan are keeping the Mustangs very alive in this game. Another ball, almost unplayable, but the batsmen have sneaked a single. There are calls for double from the outside, but the batsmen use their brains and stick to a single. Suey. Another beautifully bowled ball by Dhruv. He's bowling Yorker after Yorker. The batsmen have no answer to that, just except blocking it out. The captain, the coach, the one-man army, Amit Shah, has to applaud him. What an effort. What a player, Dhruv Mehta. What a player. Another immaculate delivery. I'm short of words to describe this over by Dhruv. The batsmen have had no answer for him. They're just trying to block him out. Try to take the single. And this time Aditya has found the answer to it. He's played a scintillating straight drive. But the fielder in the deep, the fielder at long off, Vanch has done, that was either Vanch or Gunant, I'm not sure. Vanch, I believe, has done an immaculate job at stopping a boundary. Just 2 runs for them. A great throw there by the fielder, but the keeper forgot to catch the ball. I think the keeper was busy with his coaching responsibilities. Dhruv is the first bowler to make use of the consecutive overs opportunity in the tournament. He's bowling 10 balls on the trot. And a shocking throw there by Russell. 2-3 tuppies to the stump and missing. Dhruv Mehta not very happy with that. Loose delivery by Dhruv. Well played by Purana. Almost got Kunal Mehta in the head, but thankfully his reflexes came in handy. Sorry. Beautifully played by Kunal. Almost taking out Aditya, but this time Aditya's reflexes were good. And with that, Dhruv Mehta has finished bowling his quota of 4 overs. He's bowled the last 2 on the trot and he exits the field of play. Mehta finally entering, Sid Acharya, sorry, finally entering the field of play. And no, he's sent back in a shocking turn of events. I have the co-owner, not the coach or the captain or the opening batsman, but just the co-owner in this team, Rahul Mehta of SPORTSWAVE. So Rahul, what do you think of the leadership so far in this match?
Fantastic.
A very important knock of 32 and 37. You were pretty furious with that innings, but now you're saying fantastic. Is this just a facade for the audience on YouTube?
You got it damn right.
The co-owner is also throwing him under the bus now. But a very good bowling performance so far, I must admit. Are you happy?
Yeah, so far very happy. I think we should be getting a wicket in this over.
Who's the bowler?
Bombing.
Big Bomb, Bob, whatever you want to call him, the man of the moment. Let's hope he strikes for the Mustangs. Well played there by Aditya. He's played it to long on, taken a single. A good shot played by Kunal. They've taken 2 of that delivery. A cracker of a shot there by Kunal Mehta. He took his time to settle in and now he's smashing Big Bomb all over the ground. Another KFT Travels and Holidays boundary courtesy Kunal Mehta. I think Kunal is doing his bit for the team. Captain Vijay has gone in the middle. He's having a word with his batsman. And Rahul, the co-owner of the Mustangs, really jinxed that over from Bhomik. Called for a wicket, got smashed for runs instead. Of 8 overs, the Park Super Kings find themselves at 43 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. They lost the 2 wickets early, but since then, Kunal and Aditya have consolidated the innings and they're leading them towards victory. ex-wicketkeeper of the Mustangs, Mr. Silver Duck himself, Gunan Jain is into the attack. One of the finest leg spinners in Lodha Park's cricketing circles. Let's hope he can turn things around for the Mustangs and break this strong partnership formed by Aditya and Kunal of the Super Kings. Delivery to start off definitely beat Purana, but they've managed to just take a single. A full toss, but not made the most of. Finds the fielder at sweepers, and they just get a single. Lack of communication between the fielders. It's gone between the two of them, and it races away for a carefree travels and holidays boundary. 4 more runs get added to the Park Super Kings total. Beautiful comeback there by Gunant, beats the batsman. At the end of 9 overs, the Super Kings have reached their half century as a team. 50 for the loss of 2 wickets. Coming to bowl his second. He hopes it'll be less expensive than the first. A low full toss, played towards long off. They get a single there. A lot of coaching coming from the Park Super Kings dugout. Good delivery, and the umpire's hand goes up. We have a square feet reality consultants wicket courtesy Bomik Vaidya. Big bomb has struck at the right time. Dhruvan sitting next to me, helping me with the scoring, called for a wicket in this over, and Bomik has rightly delivered. After 9.3 overs, we will take a drinks break, and the Super Kings find themselves at 51 for the loss of 3 wickets.
With that ball, 10 overs ended. Score is 51 for 3. The innings have reached halfway. Anjan is back in the bowling. Let's see what he can do. Park Super Kings need 50 runs and 50 balls. It's ball a run. Gonant is setting the field. And that's a cracking of a catch. What a catch that was. What a catch. What a catch that was. Everyone thought that that was going for a six, but what a catch. What a catch. By Manish Agrawal.
An absolute shocker of a catch in the deep by Manish Agarwal. He's plucked that ball out of the air. We all thought that was a Durafit, that was a KFT, Travels and Holidays maximum. But that is a huge, huge wicket for the Mustangs. Both set batsmen, Kunal Mehta and Aditya Paurana, are now out. And Yash, along with Hardik Doshi, not Hardik Doshi, Krishiv Khimawat, are going to have to stay and rebuild this innings for the Park Super Kings.
Looks like after a slow innings by Park Mustangs, they are covering it up in bowling. Park Mustangs are charged. They are in the game now. What a catch that was by Manish Agrawal. Krishiv defending the first ball he faced. Good to go. Good ball by Gunant. That was a very good shot by Krishiv, driving it to the point, which goes for a 4. Park Super Kings happy with that 4. A good comeback by Gunant. What a ball that was by Gunant. What a ball. There was a chance for a catch, but the ball fell in the no man's land. A good over for Park Mustangs. Getting a dangerous man, Kunal Mehta. Eleven overs gone, 57 for 4. I think Gunan Jain is continuing his over. He's using the advantage of bowling 10 balls consecutively. Well tapped by Yash. Getting a single on that ball. Park Mustangs rolling the field because of the lefty-righty combination. Krishev comes ahead and it's a good shot, but it is well covered on the long off by Kavan Sejpal. Yash back on strike. Let's see what he can do now. Well tapped by Yash. That was a good ball by Gunan Jain. Krishev tried to cut it on the off, but he missed the ball. Krishev again came on the front foot, tried to hit it straight, but it hit its inside edge and went for a 4 behind the stumps. End of 10 ball spell of Gunan Jain. The score is 12 over 64 for 4. Bhomik is back into action. Now let's see what he can do for his team. Bhomik into the attack. And that's a very loose ball from Bhomik, but only a single on that ball. Bhomik to Krishiv. Next ball. That was a good ball by Bhomik, but the keeper left it and they got extra 2 runs of buys. The keeper needs to keep it tight. Bhomik gearing up for his next ball. And that was sliced away by Krishiv, but goes into the fielder's hand. That was 1 run. And that was a good shot, but it goes for a 4. Yash hit it straight down the ground. There was no chance that fielder could stop it. A beautiful shot by Yash. And Yash tried to slice it away, but it goes into the hands of the fielder. No run on the last ball of the over. 13 overs down, 72 for 4 wickets.
At the end of 13 overs. The score is 72 for the loss of 4 wickets for the Park Super Kings. Vansh Shah, who had an electric first over at the end of the Durafit power play, is coming back into the attack, just giving 2 runs in that over. He's setting his field very precisely. He knows how important this over is going to be. He needs to take at least a wicket to get the Mustangs back in this game. Well bowled ball, but on the legs, and Yash Dhadeshwar feasts on it, flicks away off the pads for a KFT boundary. Not the start one should have wanted, but he needs to fight back in this over and get the wicket of Yash. That boundary with the wide. Vanch is feeling the pressure. Somebody needs to go have a word with the bowler. Young but still a senior player, Gunu goes up to have a word with Vanch, telling him to stick to his game plan. Should get the batsman out. Decent ball, but beautifully played. He's punched it to sweepers on the offside, and they get a single. All the Super Kings need now is less than a run a ball, and they should be smooth sailing going home, taking a victory alongside it. Another misfield by the Mustangs. It goes through the hands of the fielder, and they get another single in the process. Sharp bouncer there from Vanch, but Yash blocks it beautifully. That's a dot ball, but well played. A loose delivery there from Vanch, a full toss, but Yash can't make the most of it. Still, they get a single, and they keep the scoreboard ticking. Kawan bowls an absolute peach of a delivery, but the lack of having a keeper has resulted in it going for 4 byes. Another Durafit boundary, not a Durafit, my apologies, a KFT Travels boundary due to the lack of having a wicketkeeper in the side. Cracker of a shot, and the fielder has made an absolute mess of it. He didn't judge the sight of the ball or the flight of it, and that's back-to-back boundaries now for the Park Super Kings, inching ever so close to sealing their first win and the first ever victory in the Park 100, presented to you by SPORTSWAVE. Finally, a dot ball, much needed for the Mustangs. Dots are not enough now. They need wickets, and they need them now. Back-to-back dot balls now for the Mustangs. They're fighting back. They're trying as hard as they can. They want to take this game till the death, and these dot balls will help them in doing so. And now the Park Super Kings just need 12 runs in 20 balls. 4 overs, 12 runs to win. How quickly can the Park Super Kings take them? 5 overs, my apology, 25 deliveries, 12 runs needed. How quickly can the Park Super Kings get themselves over the line? Another dot ball now. The pressure might start creeping back onto the Park Super Kings batsman. Krishiv Khimawat is on strike. He's gone to swing it, but he's not connected well enough. Reaches the man at sweeps. He's called for 2, but a good no. A good smart call there by the non-striker. A big wicket, a huge wicket now for the Park Mustangs. They've got Yash Thadeshwar out. Yash played a beautiful innings to consolidate the innings for the Super Kings. He got them back into the game after the scare they had earlier on. But Gunan Jain strikes. Yash Thadeshwar departs, having scored 19 runs in 18 balls. He returns to a huge round of applause from the dugout. They're very happy with his contribution. Coach is standing there, the owners are standing, the players are standing. Everyone is delighted with that consolidating innings from him. Chota Raju is the next batsman to come out. The Mustangs believe they have a chance. They're sniffing a win. Could this be the turning point in the game? We have the third keeping change in this innings for the Park Mustangs. The designated keeper, the keeper they went for in the auction, is sitting here with me in the dugout. And they've got a third man from the outfield to try keeping. Coach, captain, owner, keeper, opening batsman, I'm waiting to see the ball in his hand now. But what the hell is going on? Played down the ground. They're taking their singles. They're not trying to be ambitious. They're not doing anything crazy right now. And this is how the Mustangs, this is how the Super Kings are going to win their first game of the Park 100. And there, Khrushchev opens up his arsenal of shots. Finally, after staying quiet for so long, Khrushchev Kamawat hits a beautiful shot for a KFT Travels boundary. With that, the Super Kings need just 3 runs to win the match. And with that single, Krishav Kamawat has taken the Park Super Kings over the line to register their first victory of the Park 100 presented by SPORTSWAVE. Owner Chetan Merchant is going to be delighted. He's never seen his team winning their game until the very end. He's jumping with joy. He doesn't know how to react. Hopefully this is the first of many for him. Chetan, bye with me. How does it feel to win your first match?
Great, after a long time.
It's a rare feeling for you, isn't it, to not win until the death?
Yes,
New leadership, new sights for you?
100%. Because of Vijay's good captaincy and good turnaround, we were able to score it.
Congratulations and all the best for the rest of the tournament.
Hello. 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 देखिए हेलो हेलो चेक हेलो चेक
And you have to say.
Welcome to the presentation ceremony of match 1 between the Park Mustangs and the Park Super Kings. Congratulations to the Park Super Kings for winning the match by 5 wickets. In what was a brilliant bowling performance by them in the first half, the Park Mustangs equaled it in the second half, making sure the Park Super Kings had to fight till the end to secure the win. SPORTSWAVE would like to thank all its sponsors for making this tournament possible. First off, we'd like to thank Killer Jeans for being our jersey partner. We'd like to thank Durafit for being our man of the match partner. KFT Travel and Holidays for being our 4 and 6s partner. Square Feet Reality Consultants for being our wicket partner. Durafit for being our power play partner. Plantigo as our protein partner. Sun Estates Goa for being our orange and purple cap partner. Bombay Cartel for being the fastest 30 partner. And Happiness is Homemade by Kanchan Shah for being our fan partner. First off, we'd like to call upon Mr. Vishal Gokani, the founder of SPORTSWAVE, to hand over the orange cap for being the leading run scorer to Amit Shah for his 32 runs in the match. Vishal, I'd like you to stay here. I'd like to call upon Mr. Tarun Shah for having the Sun Estates Goa purple cap for his 2 for 10 in 4 overs. Next up, I'd like to call upon the co-owner of the Park Mustangs, Mr. Rahul Mehta. Rahul, come, don't be shy. And he needs to present the award for the fastest 30 presented by the Bombay Cartel to once again Amit Shah. He will be receiving a voucher worth rupees 500 on behalf of the Bombay Cartel. 32 and 37 balls is not the fastest, but he still gets the award. Next up, I'd like to call upon that's what Chetan Bhai had planned for the Park Super Kings to celebrate the victory. I'd like to call upon the captain of the Park Super Kings, Vijay Singh, the vice captain, Avneet Goyal, sorry, to present the stylish player of the match, presented by Killer Jeans, to Manish Agarwal for his stunner of a catch, which I'm sure is going to go down as the catch of the tournament. Next up, I'd like to call the owner of the Park Super Kings, Chetan Merchant, to give an award for the player of the match from the losing team, presented by SPORTSWAVE, to Kavan Sejpal for his 2 for 22 and scoring 12 runs. And finally, I'd like to call upon our man of the match, presented by Durafit India. Can we please have the captain and owner of the Park Mustangs, Amit Shah, to present the award? Any guesses for who it is? Well, you're all wrong. It goes to Mr. Tarun Shah for his brilliant spell. 2 wickets, 10 runs in 20 balls, with 12 dot balls in that as well. We have the orange and the purple cap winners together. And with that, we will be concluding our presentation ceremony presented by SPORTSWAVE. We will see you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. for the match between the Park Eagles and the Wizards.